I'm going to keep my place of sanctuary that allows meditation. Of course, the finances issue is something that I need to start leaning towards doing. I've made money before and it doesn't take much for me to sustain. I mean, it's really not much that I need. For little old me here, babes, people would wish they only needed so many pennies to be able to just stay in the place of really, like, you don't need a vacation from here, babes. And the ideal would be, right, to not have to leave my home, to try and do it online or something, just to have my bills paid. That's sad because that's very limiting, but not really. If I can get encapsulated enough, see, there's going to be something building over here. They're going to start building something. It's not the asphalt, people. That right there, I do not have I have a very thin skin. I don't have a buffer, a very good buffer. Well, I guess to the way that I just react. I'm an Aries rising, 6 degrees, and it's very, I was just going to say young, but I don't want to say immature, because that's like judging a child and saying, oh, there's something wrong with you because of the way that you only use your emotions and you just spark off at the beginning and end. It's exhausted at the end. And oh yeah, well, guess what? I feel really good and I grow up. The next day I grow. I do not harbor all of that negative emotion inside me. The fact that I might get angry, I don't just turn it into depression. I have expressed it right there, and I'm too bad you had to be the agent for that one. Anybody else want to just absolutely fuck with me? Really, if it's an Aries, the Aries vibes. I love the Sun in Aries. Those are my best friends that manage to stick it through, and say, no, excuse me, this is a real cause. And right now, see, with North Node in Aries, I guess we get into astrology a little bit. That's what's awakening. There's a definite issues are arising with every single individual about their masculine and feminine relationships. They're about men and women, their relationships in general. Very trippy subject matter because that in general relationships thing is like, well, yeah, I have a relationship with that yard next door that has been just under this guy who he's got his tractor and he's staking it up, and I swear to God, I'm thinking, is this the crew of let's make the old residences uncomfortable with with I was just gonna say with our money. Because only money would just move right in and say, we need an extra house on here and doesn't live in the other houses there. I am so afraid that I am just going to go completely off on this person. I'm going to yell at the top of my lungs, but I'm going to be very clear. They're not going to be able to unhear what I have to say, and please pray for me that I don't do that and that I can just say what I need to say at an even decimal that I don't know why. I need to get a. I swear to God, I thought of it once before. It's like, okay, I need to get a fucking bullhorn. It's not illegal. Not only can I do whatever I want on my property, according to the next insane person over there pouring asphalt, so I'm just gonna fucking make a comedy act out of this whole fucking scene. And on Friday through Sunday, mind you, because it's going to be something you're going to wait for. You're going to be, I hope that happens again. What did I just hear? What I just heard? Now that fucking was funny. I could swear somebody. After I was yelling, and there was like a bunch of bullies in front of my house, and they were taunting me, and I was realizing, you know what, this is just like I was in. I never really had to experience this. You people liked school too much or something. I gotta get away from you people. Thank God I get to go way back here in my bushes because you people genuinely suck. I don't. You don't even see. They must be feeling bad because they don't even know me, and they fucking, mocked me, and only because they're stone cold, flat wrong, doing a wrong thing. I'm just saying I don't like it. Well, who's this? Oh, I didn't even realize they just moved in. They moved in. See, the people who robbed that place from the woman that was there, mind you, this is a psychopath who fucking literally, I hate to say it, but this story goes, and I don't want to say it, but I am right now. Why not? It's a constant Halloween, and this is America. Who knows how many people are like this, genuinely. They don't have any Indian blood in them, so that they don't, like, contemplate, you know, I wonder if there's karma involved with the way I treat people. Ultimately, do I come back as that person, maybe, and have to deal with that torture, or is there another realm? I don't think you have to be Christian to just say, no, I think that there is a full circle of experience, that we are one, like, it's just the same as the water. Everything goes into the water and we have to drink it now. Oh boy! What are you responsible as far as that programming in there? I don't know about you, but I played a lot of music. Getting back to being so upset because there is, in fact, this plan for a house, and this guy who we were talking, and I got the impression that he just wasn't going to build there. It's too marshy. The land is it's too marshy. And I said, well, yeah. Well, so what are you going to do? You're gonna just build it? Can you build your stuff? I mean, I have to pretend like I'm on the side of his progressive moves, but I'm tired of that. Why do we have to admire people with money that actually don't know what the fuck to do with it anymore? And it's really actually an assault on our quality of life. And I'm so fucking just trying to deal with it. And somebody a long time ago, when they first bought that land, and some friends of mine that I was hanging around with at the time, they knew I was getting distraught about, well, the land was bought up, and who are the people now? I have to adjust to that first off. And I know I sound like an infant child, but why not? I give that to me, that I'm that. And do people care to get to know who we are? Man, that bugs me even more, because it just seems like they don't. And are they even sensitive enough to detect that somebody is there that is sensitive? Gee, no. The answer is no. They don't get anybody like me. I handed them a fucking zucchini, and the woman was at least 70, in her 70s, and she says, never has anybody ever given me a zucchini. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because where I come from, that's just a fucking, it's almost a nuisance. Everybody has a garden, and everybody's swapping zucchinis, and squashes and tomatoes. And no, you don't know that world? Moving next door, huh? Building a house over there. Okay, God, it's so painful to feel that I have to move because of that. It feels like I'm being defeated somehow. It's like, no, no, Shawnee, you can stay. Is this the same video that I'm talking about? I'm trying to tell you. You can keep, it's an ideal sanctuary to just. The thing is all these people rounding around and doing all this shit, and then it's gonna snow, and it might snow 5 feet if it gets to the normal capacity of what my great grandpa, when he was building this home, um, 10 to 12 feet was normal. And in June, it was down to 6 feet. I'm like, fucking make it the mountains for these people. And I want them to all get stuck trying to plow this shit and get up in the morning and fucking fighting the snow. I'm so fucking sick of you people. Don't you know? And like this video, if you're the ones that live up here, there's probably the one that I think is actually watching my stuff. That's old school, that knows, we really love our time of hibernation. We look forward to it here in Idlewild. Otherwise, we wouldn't live here. You have to hibernate. I mean, you're liable to get little cabin fever after week 9, having to stay being snowed in, but we like it. Especially we like when the power goes out, the electricity, and we only get to live on the wood. It happens for 4 days or 5. Not much anymore, no. They won't ever let that happen because of the way that you really enjoy the quiet and how fucking everybody, the kids, start playing with each other instead of Nintendo, and everything tastes so good being cooked on the fire. And no, no, boy, we certainly don't know each other at all.